Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm pleased to be able to show you how to make this very delightful Bavarian blanket square. It looks pretty complicated, but I can assure you you'll be doing this in no time. Be right back. If you want another way to connect, check out my Etsy shop. If you scroll the page, you'll be sure to see some of the wonderful things that I've been making that are unique patterns that you can buy, along with some digital art that you may also like. From table mats and pot holders to amigurumi, all the way down to scarves and other delectable treats that you can whip up right from the comfort of your own home. Be sure to give me a follow. I'd love to hear from you at www.etsy.com/shop/loopsbyl. In today's tutorial, making the Bavarian Blanket Square, we're going to cover all the materials you're going to need. We're going to talk about the importance of color choices, some of the tips and tricks I use in order to keep my work secure as I work round by round. We'll talk about edging and color options. We'll talk a little bit about wet blocking and how to make this delightful project. To work this square, all you'll need is your favorite 3 size 4 or worsted weight yarns. Today, I'm using the Red Heart Super Saver Jumbo yarn in a 10-ounce skein, and the color is Icelandic. And I've selected 2 other yarns that I believe complement this beautiful variegated color scheme that we have here. You'll see what I mean as we go on. You'll also need a size 5 crochet hook. Okay, let's get ready to roll. Let's start by making a ring. And there's many ways to do this. Do it in whatever way feels comfortable for you. Then you're going to chain 3, 2 and 3. Okay, now we're going to start working double crochet clusters, but it's going to be different because we're not going to fully complete our double crochets. Here we go. You yarn over, insert your hook and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 and stop, yarn over, insert your hook and pull up a loop. Now you have 4 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over again and pull through only 2 loops and stop. Yarn over, pull up a loop. Now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through only 2 and stop. And then we need 1 more. Yarn over, insert your hook and pull up a loop. You now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 2 and stop. Then you're going to yarn over, pull through all of those loops, and then you're going to chain 3, 2 and 3. And then what you're going to do is put a simple slip stitch at the base of the circle you created. So you just go in, add your slip stitch like so, and then you're going to chain 3 again. 1, 2, and 3. So you're going to do this cluster just like before 3 more times, and make sure that you have only incompleted double crochets in each cluster. You'll need 4 of each in the cluster to complete 1 of them. Okay, I'll do one more with you. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 and stop. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 and stop. Okay, now we need 2 more of these incompleted double crochets. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 and stop. 1 more, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 and stop. Then yarn over, pull through all your loops, chain 3, and then place a simple slip stitch at the base of your circle. Okay, just like so. Okay, now you need 2 more of those. So go ahead and complete those additional 2 and meet me back. When you finished adding your 4th cluster, your work will look like this. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull this little tail from your circle. We're going to pull it just a little, not too much. And we'll go ahead and secure it by adding our final slip stitch to the base of that circle. Okay, let's pull it just a tad bit more. Okay, there we go. That's sufficient for now. Now what we're going to do is chain 1, and we're going to look at our little clusters here. You see this one and how there is a center point that's been made at the base. You'll see it right there. Let me pull in for you. There's a little center point there. What we're going to do is we're going to yarn over and we're going to start putting full double crochets into it. So we're going to insert our hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then we're going to go ahead, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, and we'll need 9 more of those. Okay, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. When you've added your 10 double crochets that are fully finished into that center point, you're going to place a slip stitch at the base. And you're going to chain 1. Now, what I want you to do is add 10 fully completed double crochets into each of these clusters right there at the center point, like what you did before. When you finished working all of those fully completed double crochets into the center point of all of your previous clusters, this is what your work looks like. And I've gone ahead and I've finished up the 10th full double crochet here. And then, as we did before, we'll simply add a slip stitch right at that base point. Okay, and then what we're going to do is simply go ahead and tie off our work at this point. Okay, so let me get my embroidery scissors and give this a little bit of a snip. Now let's talk briefly about colors. Okay, you'll hear me say a million times how color makes the project. Color makes the blanket. You can have 2 identical things made with equal skill next to each other, but if the colors ain't right, it's not going to look as nice. Okay, so what I've elected to do is bring in this beautiful brown color here because I think it really plays nicely and really makes this variegated yarn pop. So you can really see the layers as we continue to work this Bavarian Blanket Square. You'll see here in the finished product that I have from earlier just how that is so, okay? And how we have that purple edging here that we made. Okay, so let's continue doing this and you'll see it start to unfold. So let's go ahead and add in our next color. You're going to count 1, 2, 3, and right there between the third and fourth fully completed double crochet from the last round, you're simply going to insert your hook, and then you're going to pull through that new color, okay, just like so, and chain 3. Okay. Now you're going to add into the next 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochets, half completed double crochets. Okay, so let's walk through that together. Yarn over, go behind the double crochet, pull up a loop. Okay, you'll have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 2 and stop. Yarn over, go into the very next, right behind the very next double crochet. You'll pull up a loop like so. Yarn over, pull through 2 and stop. Yarn over, go right behind, hopefully you can see that, let me pull in, go right behind that double crochet, pull up a loop like so, and watch out because you can get tangled. Yarn over, pull through 2 and stop. Then you have 1 more that you need to do because that's 1, 2, 3 incompleted double crochets. So let's add 1 more. Yarn over, insert your hook right behind, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 and stop. Okay, so now you've made your first cluster on this round. To complete this, you're simply going to yarn over, pull through all of your loops, then you're going to chain 3, and then right here at the base of the last double crochet you just did, you're going to place a slip stitch. Make sure we can get in there. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to chain 3. Okay, next what we're going to do is yarn over, and you see this next double crochet that's here, right here, we're going to go behind him and we're going to place our incomplete double crochet. So that's 1. We're going to be needing 3 of these on this side. That's 2. And then there's 3. Okay, you just pull them right on up, yarn over and pull through 2 and stop. So now you see these 4 loops on our hook, 3 of which are from the double crochets we did that we didn't complete, and then this is the chain 3. So we're going to go over to this side and we're going to yarn over and we're going to insert our hook right behind, and we're going to yarn over and pull through 2 and stop, and you're going to do 2 more of those to make 3 on this side. Okay, yarn over and pull through 2 and stop. So now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the incomplete double crochets, and then that chain 3 loop that we did, and we need 1 more of the incomplete double crochets. So yarn over, go right behind that double crochet and pull up a loop. Don't worry if you get snagged, happens to all of us. Pull through 2. So now you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 of the incompleted double crochet loops on your hook and the chain 3 loop. You're going to yarn over, you're going to pull through all of your loops, and then you're going to chain 3. Then, as you did before, you're going to place a slip stitch at the base of that cluster you just made. Okay, perfect. Then you're going to chain 3. To work the other side of this corner, because you've already worked this corner, you're going to do the same thing you did before. We've chained 3, and so we're going to need to put incompleted double crochets into the next 4 double crochets, like right in the back, like we did. Okay, so we're going to yarn over and go through the back post, yarn over and pull through only 2 loops, yarn over right into the back, pull through only 2 loops and stop, yarn over. Don't worry if you get snagged. Okay, and there's your third. Now we need one more. And there we go. So now that this cluster is completed, we're simply going to yarn over and pull through all of our loops and chain 3. Then what we're going to do is we're going to place a slip stitch at the base of that cluster, and we're going to chain 3 again. Perfect. Now for the next cluster, we're going to have to pull up 3 of these double crochets. So we're going to put a half completed double crochet and then 3 half completed double crochets from this side. You yarn over, pull through, chain 3, and then add a slip stitch. And then you're going to need to put 4 half completed double crochets into these next 4 double crochets. Then you'll pull up 3 and 3 again, just like what we were about to do. And then when you get to the next corner, right here, you're going to use 4 and then go on in 3 and so on and so forth. When you finished creating all of the clusters along the round, this is what your work is going to look like. And as you see, I've gone ahead and chained 3 to finish this cluster, and I'm going to just simply add a slip stitch at the base of that previous cluster. Okay? Then I'm going to chain 1. And then I'm going to begin adding my double crochets to the center point of each cluster along the round that I just completed. Okay? So you're going to yarn over like you did before, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. Simple as that. And you're going to continue adding these double crochets until you have 10 in each cluster. Oops. So that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, okay, and 9, and here's our final one. That's 10. And when you finish adding your 10 clusters, your 10 double crochets, you're going to slip stitch into the base of that cluster, and you're going to chain 1, and you'll move on to the next. So you'll do this all the way around, adding 10 fully completed double crochets, followed by a slip stitch and a chain 1. Work that all the way around, and I'll see you back in a moment. When you finished your work, this is what you're going to be looking at. Okay? And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these beautiful clusters. Okay? So, to finish this round, all you have to do is go ahead and slip stitch right into the bottom at that base of that cluster, just like we did before. Okay? And then we're just going to go ahead and tie off our work. Okay? Like so. Okay, perfect. And let me just alert you to something I like to do every couple of rounds is turn my work just so that everything's snug and secure. You can see these tails here. Give them a trim to be the same size. And I just go ahead and I tie them. Just put a little knot. It'll make it easier for you at the end to simply use a darning needle to hide all of these loose threads. So, to me, that just makes everything feel a lot more secure for me. Here's our second little one here. And go ahead and tie a little knot, not too tight. And there you go. We're ready to start our next round. To complete our next round, we're going to go to the corner and we're going to count 1, 2, 3 like we did before, and in between the third and fourth double crochet, we're going to insert our crochet hook, okay? And this is where we're going to bring in our color again, that original color or whatever color you've chosen. And you're going to go ahead and chain 3. It's going to start the same this round, but you're going to have a little bit of a difference here. Okay, I'll show you. So for the next 1, 2, 3, 4 of these double crochets, you're going to do what you've done before, and you're going to yarn over, go right behind, and you're going to pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 and stop. You're going to add 3 more, yarn over, go right behind, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 and stop. There's 3 loops on your hook now. Yarn over, insert your hook right behind that double crochet, yarn over, pull through 2 and stop. Then you're going to yarn over, go right behind again, pull up a loop, and you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 of those double crochets that are incompleted, and you're going to have 1 of your chain 3s. Okay, so yarn over, pull through all of your loops, and chain 3 like you did before. Go right here to the base and add a slip stitch. Okay, and we're going to just chain 3. And here's where it gets interesting. It changes a little. So we have 1, 2, 3 remaining fully completed double crochets in this cluster. So we're going to go behind those and work our half completed double crochets. So we go behind that first post there, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 and stop. Yarn over, go right behind, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 and stop. Into our third, we're going to yarn over, insert our hook just behind, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 and stop. Now that you have these 3 on this side, instead of yarning over and closing out this cluster as we've done before, we're going to pick up 5 additional from this cluster. Okay, so yarn over, go into that first double crochet right behind it, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over into the next one right behind, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. We need 3 more. Yarn over, go right behind that cluster, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 and stop. Yarn over, go right behind, yarn over, pull through 2 and stop. And then we have 1 more, yarn over, go right behind. Okay, you're going to pull that up, yarn over, pull through 2 and stop. So when you're done, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these incompleted double crochets, and you'll have a 9th loop that's from your chain 3. You're going to yarn over, you're going to pull through all of your loops, okay, and then you're going to chain 3 as what we've done before, and then add a slip stitch like so. Okay, now you're going to chain 3 and you're going to use these 5 double crochets here, much in the same fashion you did on this side. You're going to go ahead and do your incomplete double crochets into those, and then put 3 from this side. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that together. We'll yarn over, insert our hook just behind that completed double crochet, yarn over, pull through 2 and stop, yarn over, insert our hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through only 2 and stop, yarn over, okay, pull through 2 only and stop. We'll keep going. This is our 4th one, pull through 2 and stop, and here's lucky number 5. Go right in there, yarn over, pull through 2 and stop. Now we're going to pick up the 3 from this side. Okay, yarn over, go right on over there, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 and stop. Let's do 2 more. Okay. I'm sure you're doing great. And this is the last one. Okay. So let's just count and make sure that we've got everything set before we close out. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. 6, 7, and 8. And that's our extra loop that we have from the chain 3. Excellent. So we simply close that out by yarning over, pull through all of our loops. Then we chain 3, 2, and 3. And then we just add our slip stitch at the base. And what we're going to do to finish out this top portion is just yarn over. We're going to go right behind that double crochet that's next in line. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 and stop. And we'll do 3 more here to make 4. Okay, excellent. Okay. And there you go. You've got your 4. Okay. And you're going to yarn over, pull through 2. I'm sorry, yarn over, pull through all of your loops. And then you're going to chain 3 and put a slip stitch at the base. You got it. Okay. And then chain 3. Next, what you're going to do is pick up 3 of these double crochets and then 5 together to make 8. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through all the loops there, chain 3 and slip stitch. Then you're going to do 5 here and 3. Then you're going to do 4 and so on and so forth in the same pattern as what we did here. So complete that and meet me back. When you finish that round, this is what your work is going to look like. And hopefully by now you can see what I mean when I said selecting your colors would be important, because you can see how this brown is really allowing this beautiful, colorful, variegated yarn to really shine and pop so that you can see the layers very, very well. Okay? So that moment of consideration of colors really is paying off here. So to finish this round, you see I've already chained 3. I'm simply going to add a slip stitch here, okay? And I'm going to chain 1. So to move on, all we're going to do is start working those 10 full double crochets into each center point of the clusters we've made along the previous row, okay? So we'll yarn over, go right into that center point, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, okay? And you'll do 10 of those as before. There's our 3rd and our 4th and 5th, 6th, and there's our 7th. Feel free to pause while you're doing it in order to make an adjustment so that your yarn can make it in there, because these big clusters can sometimes make it difficult to fit them all in. So we need, what, 3 more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 3 more. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. That's 8. That's 9. And there's our 10th. And then what we would do is go ahead to the base of that cluster and add our slip stitch. So then we would just continue this process of working our 10 full double crochets into each center point. You would just yarn over, insert your hook into the next one, and start working those full double crochets until you have 10 in each one, followed by a slip stitch and a chain 1. So go ahead and work on that and meet me when you're finished. When you finish with the round, this is what your work is going to look like now. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll add our final slip stitch. Okay, and then we'll get ready to tie off our work like so. And remember, as I like to do at this point, when I've finished the 10 closed double crochets, what I like to do is just give it a gentle little tie. It makes me feel better. There you go. And then we'll be ready to start our very next round. We'll move on by going between the 3rd and 4th double crochets, as we did before, right in the corner. And we'll go ahead and slip in our next color. And we have our chain 3 there. And it'll start the same as what it has in previous rows, but it'll be slightly different again. We're going to yarn over and into that first double crochet right behind. We're going to add our incomplete double crochets, yarn over into the next right behind, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. All right, we'll do 2 more of those. By now you guys are old pros at this. I'm sure you're just working along now. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 of those incompletes, and then 1 chain 3, yarn over through, chain 3. Then you're going to put your slip stitch as before, okay, and then chain 3. And then you're going to go into this next double crochet, same way, and you're going to pick up the next 3. So that's 1, and that is 2. Then right behind this next one is our 3rd. Okay, but instead of closing it off, we're going to go ahead and pick up 5 double crochets from over here. Okay, so we'll go ahead and yarn over, go right behind and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1. I'm sorry, yarn over and pull through 2. Then we're going to yarn over and work another one into the next. Okay, that's 2. Okay, excellent. Sometimes we get stuck a little. Okay, there's our 3rd. Okay, I think we got too much here. There we go. Then we're going to yarn over. There's our 4th, and we need 1 more. Go right on behind there and pull it up, and there's our 5th. Perfect. Then you're going to yarn over, pull through all of your loops, and chain 3. Then you're going to place your slip stitch at the base and chain 3 again. And after that chain 3, we're going to start working 5 double crochets here, the half completed double crochets, and then pick up 5 of the half completed double crochets over here. So I'll work that with you as well. Okay, so that's 1, that's 2, 3, 4, and here's our 5th right here. Okay, that's 5. All right, now we're going to go straight over here and pick up another 5. That's 1. Okay. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so let's count to be sure. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from this side, okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the other side. And there's our 11th loop that comes from our chain 3. So now we're ready to go ahead and yarn over and pull through all of our loops and chain 3. And then we would simply place our slip stitch, chain 3. Then we would add 5 from this side and 3 from this side. Okay, so we yarn over, pull up our loop, yarn over, pull through 2 and stop. And we will continue these half completed double crochets. That's our third one. Okay, perfect. Here's number 4. And here's our 5th. Okay, then we're going to skip to the other side. So we'll pick up the other 3 here now. This is not the kid-free zone, you guys. You're always going to hear somebody in the background. I'm a mom. It's what it is. All right. Whoops. Go right on in there. Perfect. Okay, so now you have the 3 on this side, and you have the 5 from this side, and your extra chain 3 for a total of 9 loops. Yarn over and pull through all the loops, then chain 3, and insert your slip stitch at the base. Okay, and to finish up with this side, you would simply do what you've done on this side, where you're going to have your chain 3, and then you'll have 4 of the incompleted double crochets. So we'll do that together. Go right behind and pull up your loop, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, go right behind, yarn over and pull through 2, and sometimes it gets snagged, but you keep working anyhow. Then you have your third, yarn over, pull through 2, and here's our final one. Perfection. Then you're going to yarn over, pull through all your loops, chain 3, and then you would insert your slip stitch at the base and chain 3 again. So just so we're clear, you're going to repeat what you've done here all the way around. Okay, so you pick up your 3 and your 5 and your 5 and go all the way around. Okay, feel free to rewind, pause, go back as much as you need to complete it, but it really is the same pattern. So we'll just go ahead and work that all the way around, and I'll be back. All right, so when you're finished with this round, this is what your work is going to look like. And just to make sure that it's understood exactly what each side entails, let me go over it one more time. Just do one side for you. Okay, you would start off with your 4 incompletes, and then it would go 3 and then pick up 5. Then you would do 5 and 5. Then you would do 5 and 3, and then 4 here. Okay, and you would continue that pattern all the way around until you reach the other side. Okay, so as you can see, we finished our last cluster here. So I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch here. And I'm going to go ahead and tie everything off. Give it a gentle little snip. Okay. And then we'll be ready to move on to considering what our edging should be. Okay. Be right back. So edging gets to be really, really fun because you can literally do it however you would like to. I like to start right here in the corner, and I've chosen this purple here because I think it really pulls up this color out of your yarn and gives it a little bit of pop. Okay, so we're back to that color question again. But you can definitely play with it, have fun with it. No answer is the wrong answer. Okay, so we're going to slip stitch right into that center point on the corner, whatever our next color is going to be. Okay, go ahead and add a single crochet into that same spot. Then you're going to chain 2, because that'll give us a nice corner. No matter how many rows of edging we do, give us a nice corner. And then all in that same spot, you add another single crochet. The rest of it with this particular square is going to be kind of intuitive, okay? So you just kind of feel for where it should go next. So I would go right here and add another single crochet, okay? Go right here into this little center point here again and keep working my way around just with single crochets, and remembering that when you get to a corner, you're going to add all into the same spot, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. So you continue working that around. It doesn't have to be perfect. Believe me, as you add the rest of your edging, it's all going to work out just fine, okay? So work that around with the color of your choice, and I'll meet you back in just a second. When you've finished with your edging, this is what your work might look like. And I say might because it depends on how many rows you've chosen to do. In my example, I've done 2 rows of the purple around, and just so you know, it'll take maybe between 20 and 22 single crochets to get it nice and flush the way that you want it to be, without curling or rippling. Just a reminder, if you put too many single crochets, it's going to cause your work to curl. If you put too few, what it's going to do is bend upward on yourself. So you don't want that to happen. So it's 2 rows of the purple and then 1 row of this pretty brown that I have, okay? Now, when you're finished with your project, your square should measure out at about 9.5 inches by 9.5 inches, okay? So you'll be able to know and gauge how many of these you'll need for your specific project by knowing what size you can expect. And if you need to, what you can do is spray the square and put it on a bamboo board, a cork board, even some of the styrofoam boards that you can purchase at any big retailer will work fine. Just mist it and then pin it to the shape you need it to be and let it sit for about 24 hours. You don't need it to be heavily misted, just enough to get it wet, and go ahead and fit it the way that you need to. It'll turn out just perfect. So I hope you've enjoyed your time with me today. I love crocheting with you and working to figure out what we can make that's fun and colorful and bright and cheery in a given tutorial. I hope you've learned something that you can take with you in future projects, and I hope you'll try to make this one too. So until next time, from my heart to your hooks, happy crocheting, friends.